103 FM. It's The Fix, brought to you by Nightly Fix. And I'm Ariane, Naro, Anurag, big of yourself, DJ Burns, Kimmy and Javi, wherever you are. Hello, but our special guest in the building joining us right now. Her mom is biggest superstar, Lila Iké. I got it right? Iké. Jesus, I was practicing.
We're practicing.
All right, let's wait. Lila
Iké.
Yeah. There you go. We good. She understands us.
I get it a lot, so.
Yeah. So let's talk about the name though, because you hear so many different pronunciations. Lila Iké, Lila Iké. Like what is it? And again, where it come from?
All right. So Lila is just a name I developed over time. It's not actually my real name, but based on my real name.
What is
like
it?
A derivative. I'm not gonna say that. It's like a derivative of it over time. A bunch of names that people call me. But as it relates to Iké though, I actually have a friend whose actual name is Iké Chukwu. So when I met him, I thought he was joking when he told me his name. And then he told me the meaning of it. It's actually an African term for God is powerful. And so I believe that music is powerful.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'm going to use your name as my stage name. So I began as Iké Chukwu, but then I realized that might not sit well.
And no one can pronounce
exactly.
it.
People have problems saying just Iké, so I just shortened it.
Okay. And you said it's Lila.
It's Lila Iké.
So why you don't want anybody name?
Because I like Lila. I don't want to be known as Lila.
Only your mom knows the real one, your mom and dad. All right, cool.
Eventually people will know.
So let's talk about that song though. Your biggest fan, your mom. She never want you lock up in a producer boy.
No, not at all.
What was the career path she wanted for you?
Well, she actually wanted me to become a teacher.
Wow.
Yeah,
she know them nothing.
I tried to tell her that, but she was like, yo,
She's a teacher?
No, she's not.
Wow.
But yeah, that she just wanted me to have like a career. One of them popular type of thing.
A name brand career.
Yeah, name brand career. A doctor, a nurse, or a country man. So you don't know a country.
Which part of the country?
Manchester.
From Manchester.
Oh, Manchester, okay.
Yeah. So you know them type of people. They want them to come to something, So she was like, I should become a teacher. But I did not have a problem with it because I was actually studying to be one. I did NCU for 2 years and then I moved to Kingston, started UA. And then, but music has always been what I love, At first, I wasn't actually looking to be an artist. I really just enjoyed singing, And I remember the first time somebody heard me, actually a producer, and he was like, "Yo, you should record."
You do have a beautiful voice.
Thank you so much. And I wrote my graduation song when I was graduating from high school, Manchester High, and I thought that then she would actually realize that yes, she was excited.
Wait,
I mean,
you write the song for your graduation. Everybody sing at graduation. Yeah. You wrote that song.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
And then sing that over R. Kelly.
I believe
that graduation song. Everybody
yeah. Trust me, it was amazing.
Wait, can you give us a little bit of that? I'm impressed. Give us a little bit of that.
Of course. Let me see if I can remember it. So it's like, we've been climbing this mountain for so long. Now we finally reached the top. And now it's time to move on. But we wanna go back. And then we said we wanna go back to the times when we had fun. Wanna go back to the times when we cried. Wanna go back to the times we were honest and all the hard work we applied. Wanna go back to the block where we stayed.
Hey.
Wanna go back to the class. And then it was like, let's graduate in style. Let's graduate in style. Let's rock our gown straight to. But I did it just jokingly.
Yeah.
I sang it to a friend of mine and she was like, no, she's going to let the teacher hear it. I wasn't expecting the graduating class to like it, but they did. And
you know what would be awesome? Song. If you go to Manchester High graduation now and they're singing that same song.
That would be wonderful. That would be amazing. Yeah. Hopefully one of them hear them use it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should do it again, yeah.
So at that point now, she was like, okay, so you actually can sing. you know? And
She never
I mean, I got my love for music from her because she's always playing music, literally always playing music around the house. Super loud, you know? And she listened to a lot of different type of artists from Garnet, Buju, soul music, all type of music. So growing up, I was always around music and I'd just be singing along to whatever was being played. But she checks that she did the artist because she's always in the house singing. I'm just a mocker. And then, you know, but the idea of doing music as a career was not something she see possible. You know, like people pre these things as luck or links or a once in a lifetime opportunity or it just happened to some special people. So she was just not really comfortable with the idea of me doing that. She didn't think it was safe as a career.
So when did you see possible to do for a career?
It was actually after I write the graduation song and I see where parents start ball and people are say, oh, you know, this is a really good song. So I was like, you know what? Why not? But then I started university when I actually have a little freedom. So I got a little bit exposed to I wasn't going to an actual studio, but I met some people that were
so
there.
who was that first introduction to the production and producer?
First of all, I started to produce my own stuff because I couldn't go nowhere.
So you play instruments and all that?
No. Well, I'm learning now, but at the time I just download one of them little recording thing there. I started with Audacity.
Cool.
So I just got the beats, I watch YouTube tutorials how to get record myself.
And university.
Started doing that. Like me, I became the producer. I had some brethren that were DJs and they just come to me whenever we don't have class and I use my laptop for record and thing. But then it was actually when I came to Kingston because I was away from home and I went to a studio for the first time when I came to Kingston, which was 2 years ago.
So how you met up with Protoje? Like, how was that introduction?
I have a friend who is actually working for him now, Jamila. So she knew him before I did, and she would always tell him about me. I remember the first time I came here, he was launching his album Ancient Future, and he had the pre-listening. And I remember when I came, Jamila was like, she's going and we can't come. And I was so excited because it was the first time I got to see him and thing. And I went there and at one at the time, if I remember properly, we in the studio, you know, and he took a break from playing the songs off of his album. And my phone did ring. And I wanted to track them when me did produce it on my song. So there was a guy in the studio who was like, are you that? And I was like, yes. So Protoje heard and him look over to me and say, are you that? I say, yeah. He's like, So, and then, I guess Jamila always I tell him about me and he just linked me one time and say, we should talk. And that's all.
So this was a combination of luck and links.
What your mother say?
I call it blessings. Yeah.
So when was the turnaround for your mom though? When she finally be like, okay, I am now on track with this artist thing. I am now your biggest fan. When was it?
I'd actually. She didn't hear Biggest Fan until the other day because even though I had it recorded and thing, I was like, I'm not going to play it for her. I kept telling her every time something happens when I'm here, like, I met Protoje today. And she's like, yeah, go on with things, man. I'm not hear no song. And I say, yeah, man. So we hear the song and thing, and I tell her that I wrote a song for her, but she didn't actually hear it. But Protoje came to my house and visited her. And, naturally, her mind got blown. She's saying,
it's a real thing. It's not nothing like your imagination.
You know? And then, the other day, when I was away with Diggy and thing, she called me and said, she hear people talk about the song.
Because I heard it on the radio first.
Yeah,
and I was
and
like,
then
that's not your bad for
it was actually the other day, like a couple weeks ago, she called me and she was like, listen here. And she hear it play me and say, yeah, man. So, yeah.
For me, get put on to you, as an artist, as a personality. The BBC one, Cypher, you do Shensia, Black Ear, whole heap of heavy hitting, uprising artists.
Yeah, man, wonderful.
And like when me stand out real and to everybody in the comments and say, Lila. Like,
so
you see this little
DJ
girl.
Too?
Yeah, she should have.
Your DJ and rap and all them stuff.
Give them some bars too. Yeah.
Trust me, it's whatever I feel like doing. Music for me is just an expression. So I legit do the disc jockeying thing because my mother own a bar country and I should I use as the DJ girl.
Yeah.
So I taught myself to do that. And I think I remember everything right now. But yeah, I
you know what is so
whatever.
weird? Your mom don't want it to be a DJ, but she have you a DJ. Be an artist, but she have you a DJ.
Trust
like that was the only possible thing that you could do in your life.
Yeah, man. She was just afraid of the fact that, you know, there's this stigma attached to female artists and producers, you know, and that my mother grew me very sheltered. I legit did not go anywhere.
You're the only girl or the only child?
No, it's 4 girls. Sorry.
Okay.
Four girls, you know, so she grew us very sheltered because she began to have children when she was young, so she never wanted that for each way, you know, so.
So what made that link with Protoje then? What made that link seem safe and say, yo, this is something we can work with? What made that link say, yo, this is legit? Because
Protoje is a real person. Just by being around him, you feel him and the energy, you know, and they had a conversation and, you know, them a reason and thing. And she actually, I have it on video because I was recording her while she and him did a talk and thing. And she say, yo, well, I'm just glad to say you she there around, you know, because you know what you do. I love your music. I listen to your music. Them and a good music you make. So, yeah. She give me the blessings.
So working with Protoje, like I realized that him like to have the artist Savannah and you like to be your own individuals.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're like there's no pretense or there's no put on, and you're allowed to fuse all genre, and that's what I like, that to make it your own individual sound. Like, how is it though to be able to grow as an artist under him?
First of all, it's a blessing because I Protoje to me is a mentor because it doesn't really have anything to do with whether or not he's taking me up as an artist. If you say alright then I'm gonna boss me, as people would say. But when I look at his work ethic and where him a come from, like over time I look at how his music has grown and his message and just being around him. He's very, very smart, and as it relates to music, then man, I know the thing.
Yeah.
So I try to learn as much from him. And as you say, he is not a case where I say, listen, this is the type of thing
you want to have this
sing.
image, you have to look this way.
Like, first of all, him the first time I link up with him and we start vibe music and thing, him just allow me for him just say, yo, what type of music you listen to? What you into? I just want you to express yourself. And then from there, so we can just do what we have to do. So it's not a case where you're being cloaked or you're locked up in a no box. You're free to just express yourself, and he's there with the guidance. So I respect him.
Yeah. So you have any plans to like a mixtape or album?
Yeah,
or
man, definitely.
What's
right now we work on an EP. With some more music because since me Lego biggest fan, people just go crazy. They're like, yo, we love that girl, we need to hear what go on, you know? And then I'm with Protoje, so you don't know, so the standard set. You know, you're a Protoje artist, you have to
Protoje.
You want to know where you come with.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we definitely work on some more music in time. We should have another single releasing before the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So you're promoting Biggest Fan right now.
Yeah, right now. So, promoting Biggest Fan.
And you have a lovely song with Coro Fire.
Yes, big up Coro.
Yeah, like how you work with that, because I love that song too. Like, and was it a sample from another song? Because the melody sounds familiar.
Yeah, actually, I was by Bebe Rock studio and he played a rhythm for me. Right, so the rhythm, it just reminded me of sexual healing. Yeah. Right, so I was saying to Coro, yo,
no, so me hear
the sexual healing, and he must say, no man, me not hear it. And same time, Kabaka did it. So him asked Baka, yo, if him hear it, and him asked Baka what's the sample, and he was like sexual healing, and I said, Bamba Lila. And then because of that, now it just inspired what I came up with on it. You know.
It's a nice love song.
Yeah,
it's a nice
It's a really good vibe. Yeah.
Now, in my Robin Tick never have problems. Like, where you get that sample?
It's a very light sample. You really have to just listen carefully to hear what.
You know, it's a tough song.
But I want my mother's favorite tune, man. So I just pick it up, said speed.
So that wasn't on your mind at the time?
What?
Sexual healing, yeah.
No, just hear the song. Probably, who knows? It's just a vibe.
Yeah.
No, it's actually
subconsciously.
So let me ask you something though. Between the time where you say you really did like be an artist and meeting Protoje, was there any time in between then like you had no dealings with no like shady producer and say, yeah, so you may not too know if I deal with that person.
I want to lock you up in a studio.
Shady producer, no, you know. But I have been exposed to different type of producers, different producers, young producers, because a couple of my brethren them are producers and things, you know. And I'm very old school, so you find say a lot of elders kind of rate my vibe too. So I was around some of them too.
I want to ask you though, like you talk about your mom and your mom being the main person. Like, what about that? What my mom says about it?
I don't know. I don't know. He's not really in my life like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have a feeling he shall be.
He will be. Yeah.
So you have a song for dad? You write a song for dad?
I don't know. Suppose me get inspired and feel like, why not?
Father's Day. So keep on this conversation.
Mommy had a G still.
Yeah. And she's the one that said no.
But me rate your voice if an out there people I notice me not so much, me just take in an aura. Like me like you, me like the aura feel from you. You know, you have a nice soulful voice.
Thank you.
Like I like you as an artist.
But I remember we went to Protoje's thing that he had at Hope Garden.
Yeah.
And I said that's where I was introduced to you. Like you sound, I was like, you look different from what I see now.
Yeah, man. We're getting at the element. Yeah, different thing.
Just look different. All right, Lila. I won't say your last name. I joke.
Iké.
Iké.
Let me ask you because I've seen other fanfare about you. People will say you're the next female face of reggae, and like I've seen that. You hear them think that if you have how it affect you, like you pay much attention to that.
I am humbled by it. I use it as an inspiration because I definitely want to just get better. Isn't me see myself in the babies. Me see myself in the conception stage. The baby not even born yet. You know? So I just want to grow. So when people say stuff like that, it's just an energy and a vibe to me.
You don't feel the pressure though? Like you feel pressured? Like suppose I
sometimes come and say, Jano. You know?
There's so many others too, like, you know, but then the pressure on you to like.
But as I say, it's mainly just a drive. You know, I like that I affect people in that manner. I like that they see that. Because I don't know, people are telling me, say, yo, this thing can work. And I look at where I was to where I am now. Okay. And if where I'm at now, people are say, yo, them see it much bigger. Then I enjoy the journey and go and do it.
Alright, cool.
You've ever encountered like people give them opinion where them compare you to Savannah or not like so?
Compare me to Sev?
Yeah. Let me say,
I try to remember. No?
Yeah, and you don't feel like you have to compete with her?
No.
Like me answer fair, like.
So now that's such a political correct answer. Like not even in mind. Say, yo,
no,
but I feel like they're two different kinds of artists too,
Sev is definitely somebody when me look up to vocally. I think she's a beautiful vocalist.
Yeah, she nice.
You know? Trust me, crystal. So you're
nice to them.
Thank you.
Put on yourself.
I like your graduation song. Like, I want to sing it for graduation.
You know, I'm going to go home and try to find back the graduation CD and see if we could actually make it into an actual song.
Send it to Manchester and say, listen next year, 2018, make sure they must sing this.
This month, they must sing this.
All right, Lila. Lila. I'm gonna get it right.
Before we go, tell people them can follow social media.
Social media, Lila Iké, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and that's LILA IKE.
My God, like
you can just leave with something like, please, like give them a cappella biggest one.
You think a little bit of headset, my mommy papa. Well, yeah. She said, put on the DJ thing there. I just say, book my one, you take up. Cause every day you come and chat about nightly fix. More while me want you shut up. You feel like no producer boy can carry you a studio go lock up. Now she's my biggest fan. Love you, my number one. Words of a queen. That's everything what from my mama said to me. Yeah, she's my biggest fan. Go see your face when you hear this, you one. Words of a queen. Well, yeah.
I don't give them no more. The phone will go off the hook. I know.
People, wait, anybody ever come in your DM and say, Lila? I'm so afraid to say her name.
No, man, it's fine. I'm not that afraid.
I'm relating, this is the same thing with my mom. I want to do this, someone else.
That was one of the things that really, really humbled me. A lot of people, some people always tell me, say, you're not necessarily only with music and things.
Yes.
But that really made me feel good because I'm not making music
just for you.
Just for me, and I want it to affect people.
Yeah.
I want people to just feel good. And when I get stuff like that, I just feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
And all of them good, but just can relate to it.
From them can relate to it real and not mean saying,
I always say people need to have soundtrack to their lives, and this is just one song to add to my soundtrack because trust me, I totally relate to what you're going through.
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
It was a
All
pleasure.
right, so keep it locked to the
pleasure having you here, Lila.
It was a pleasure.
We've reached the end of the interview.
Or survive, whichever.
Or survive.
Yeah.
All right, so don't forget to subscribe using the logo button over there, and please remember you can watch all the other interviews over there. Follow us on all social media channels at Nightly Fix. And please remember to give this video a big thumbs up.
And don't forget to drop a comment telling us to go suck our moms as well.
Or call you a batty boy.
Whichever floats your boat, whichever.
Whichever.
Yeah.
Bye.